In the next 2.5 minutes, you're going to learn how to render 3D interiors with Adobe Dimension. Rightio, first start by adding a plane as the floor and make it really big. Next, add a cube. You can use the cube to build out the walls for your scene and use the align tools to snap everything into position. You can use the camera presets from the top of the screen, or you can customize the camera yourself and then add this as a bookmark. Duplicate the floor for the ceiling and add a nice patio outside. Now using these same techniques, you can use the cube shape to build out the rest of your scene. So in this example, I have some windows and some doors. This is all just using the cube tool, and I've added a glass material just to help me visualize the scene. And again, using basic shapes and glass materials, I've added a railing outside, and this is how it looks. Next, add another plane and make it really big. Convert this to a standard model, add a graphic of your choice, and then scale this up to fill the plane. In this example, I'm going to use the cube shape to model a door handle. And as you'd expect, I'm going to position this on the door. So this is how things are looking now. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. So now it's time to start adding some materials. So metal and plastic are a good bet for the doors, and I'm going to re-add my glass back in. You can fine-tune the properties of each material from the property inspector, and it's a good idea to keep rendering every now and then just to check everything's looking good. Now I'm going to add some tiles to the floor and adjust the scaling and position. Maybe give it a cheeky render. Ooh, looking good. Now I'm going to change the environment lights, something that matches the scene and the environment that I chose for the background. And you can also add custom lights to fine-tune your lighting setup. The textures for materials can also be opened in Photoshop, and you can see here I'm adjusting the color to make the floor a little bit more yellowy green. I'm also adding a cylinder for structural support so the entire room doesn't collapse, and why not add a sofa as well. And similarly to the floor, I can open these textures in Photoshop and edit the flat textures, save and close, and those changes will be updated in the Dimension document. And yes, Dimension does remember all of these Photoshop layers as well. Lastly, I'm going to select the camera and add a focus point on the sofa so we get some delicious depth of field. And there we go, that's how to render 3D interiors in Dimension. Very handy if you ever want to redesign your workspace. So if you enjoyed this video, hey, why not subscribe, ding-a-ling the bell, take care, and I'll see you next time.